Hi guys! So I am doing my book review for Hannah Hart's Walking Book Club. The book we've been reading is The 5 People You Meet in Heaven by Mitch Albom. And rather than necessarily reviewing the book, I'm going to talk about a couple of the lessons that the main character Eddie learnt from his 5 people in the book. He learnt a lesson from each of the 5 people, and a couple of them I felt were really important and I connected with on a personal level, so I'm going to talk about those. But just quickly, I will say that I really enjoyed this book. I don't believe in heaven, I'm not at all religious, but this was just a really well written book that was really meaningful, even if you don't believe. And I recommend that everybody read it. It's quite short, so it's not like it'll take you ages to get through. Yeah, I just feel like I learnt a lot from it. Okay, so the 2 lessons that I want to talk about. The first one is the second lesson in the book. That makes it sound very confusing. Which is about sacrifice and the importance of sacrifice in life, both for yourself and for other people. I think it's important to make sacrifices to get to where you truly want to be. I feel like that's something that I'm doing at the moment. I'm just working in a crappy retail job, doing the same shit that I've been doing since I was 14 years old, so that I can chase this dream of, being able to entertain people for a living. And I often struggle with it. I often think, screw this, I'm just going to get a full-time job so that I can have like a nice house and buy a new bed and get a car and travel and all these other things that I want to do. But at the end of the day, when I'm lying there at 3 o'clock in the morning trying to sleep, I'm not thinking about how much I want a nice car or a new Xbox or a new pair of shoes. I'm thinking about how much I want this. I think 3 o'clock in the morning is the time to know what you really want. So that's sort of sacrificing for yourself and to get what you really want. I've talked about this before, but I think a lot of people don't do that, and that's why they get stuck in these boring 9-to-5 jobs that just make them miserable, and they just go their whole lives doing that. And I can't, so I'm making sacrifices now. Hopefully they pay off. That's the scary part. The other lesson I wanted to talk about was the 5th and final lesson in the book, which is essentially that the most seemingly meaningless life is still really important and still impacts on so many other things and so many other lives, which again resonated with me really strongly, because I sometimes think, I'm just working in this retail job, I'm living with my parents, I'm single, like who am I really impacting? And is anything I do of any importance at all? Like, I often just think it doesn't even matter, nothing I do matters. But, everything you do impacts someone in some way, even if it's the tiniest way you can think of. That's basically what I took from that, is to never think that what you're doing doesn't matter and that you don't have any impact on the world, because everybody does, even in the smallest of ways. It's like that movie, The Butterfly Effect. There's just a chain effect from every action you take. And it's important to keep that in mind. Every choice you make is important. Overall, I would give The 5 People You Meet in Heaven 4.2 stars. I gave it 4 stars on Goodreads because it doesn't let you do like half stars or anything. Yeah, I just really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed listening to it. I was sad when it ended. I got the audiobook actually read by the author, Mitch Albom, and he just had one of those really great voices. It was really nice to listen to, and I really like listening to audiobooks that are narrated by the author, because the author is the only one who knows exactly how every sentence should be delivered. And yeah, it was just really good to listen to. I'm not usually an audiobook fan, but quite liked that one. There's a moth flying around the room. That's because it's late. Okay, well, I think that's about it for my book review, which was more a discussion of life lessons, but that's okay. Hannah, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was what you wanted from this. I hope you liked the book. Once again, really good choice. I applaud you. And I will actually see you guys tomorrow because I'm still doing my 12 Days of Christmas. And I'll see you next week on Boxing Day. I have a special video planned for... Moth, go away! It's just flying around. I have a special video planned for Boxing Day, which I'm really excited about. I've already edited it because it's just great. I'm excited about this video. Okay guys, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye!